Hi guys. My name is Chihiro-sama and I am a Japanese soldier. As you can see, I am in the present. I'm here to tell you all about my past. I will be telling you about how the Japanese ruled over Singapore. I still remember that day. It was full of fear and terror. So let me begin my story. Do you know why did Japan chose to invade Singapore? The answer is simple. It is because we wanted to expand our territories by taking lands from our neighboring countries. Furthermore, Singapore has lots of natural resources that we need. They were foolish enough to think that we could not invade and capture Singapore easily. We proved them wrong by going through the thick jungles of Malaya, which hit them by surprise. As a Japanese soldier, we were trained not to show fear and we are willing to die for our country. When Singapore had fallen into our hands, I felt a bit of satisfaction that we had won the war. After that, we captured those that looked like or acted like anti-Japanese. We took them to Changi prison while the unfortunate ones were being brought to the death railway. The major means of getting intelligence was to extract information by interrogating prisoners. Torture was an unavoidable necessity. Murdering and burying them follows naturally. I believed and acted this way because I was convinced of what I was doing. We carried out our duty as instructed by our masters. We did it for the sake of our country. From our filial obligation to our ancestors. When you're winning, the losers look really miserable. We concluded that the Yamato race was superior. Those being brought to the death railway had miserable life and I was on duty that day. I ordered harshly to the prisoners of war to start building the railway. The purpose of building the railway was for transportation of ammunition to expand the fight between Burma and India. They had to build the railway until they died. We never give the prisoners proper meals or water to drink. We let them work from day to night without any break. The railway was estimated to be built around 5 years, but they did it in 16 months. We pushed the prisoners so that they know who the ruler is. Our commando's motto was, if you work hard you will be treated well, but if you do not work hard you will be punished. Prisoners who defy us will get savage beating, being made to kneel on sharp sticks while holding a boulder for 1 to 3 hours at a time. They were also being tied to a tree with barbed wire and left there for 2 to 3 days without food and water. Even though I feel sorry for them, but I must not give in to sympathy. I, as a Japanese soldier, was trained for that. After seeing so many deaths, I was used to it. After a few days of duty, I was being sent to Changi prison for duty. The prison could only hold 600 prisoners, but we kept about 3,000 civilians in Changi prison. From as far as I seen, Changi prison was not that bad as the death railway. We caught and put all the British and Australian soldiers in prison. We also imprisoned others who had worked for the government. The prisons were filthy and unhygienic. The prisoners were made to do labor and were not given enough food to eat. Many of them fell ill and died. Suffering was everywhere. My comrades and I took food and other supplies in the warehouses to feed ourselves. So there was little food or medication for the people. Very often they only have tapioca to eat. As a Japanese soldier, we got to do our jobs well, if not we will be punished as well. In case of any emergencies, we must stay strong and fight till the end. Well, I have told you my tale. I hope that you have understand my wicked deeds and how sorry am I. Well, now I am thirsty and need a rest. So long, my friends.